Scientists in Tennessee are working to learn more about alpha-gal syndrome.
Our Whitney Turner investigates the rising number of cases and how it could impact your life in more ways than one.
A hidden danger is lurking in the woods of East Tennessee, a creature so small you might not even notice it's on you until it's too late. I'm talking about the Lone Star tick, and researchers are concerned about what lies in its bite. Nathan Weaver's meals look a lot different these days.
This stuff is really good. These like tuna things that are barbecue, because it sort of tricks me into thinking that I'm having actual barbecue.
He has a potentially life-threatening allergy to red meat.
The first time was just the full torso hives. The second time was hives a little more, but worse. And then the most concerning part that made me really go to the doctor about it was my lip had swollen up, which they said was basically the next step would be anaphylaxis.
A reaction he'd never experienced before until one day in August of last year.
I had been behind our shop in the woods, just walking around, had some ticks on my arm. I didn't think much of it. I knocked them off and went about my day. And then about a month later, I started having reactions to red meat.
Weaver is one of a growing number of Tennesseans diagnosed with alpha-gal syndrome.
As far as the diagnosis, they had said that it was sort of rare, but we're seeing more of it, especially in like the East Tennessee area. So they weren't very surprised about it.
Alpha-gal is a sugar molecule found in most mammals like deer, pigs, and cows, but it's not in people.
The ticks, when they're feeding on us, will produce alpha-gal. So we don't produce it, but they are producing it. And in that exchange, the alpha-gal that they're producing is exchanged while they're collecting the blood from us. They're exchanging alpha-gal with us, and that creates a sensitization event.
Angela Tucker is an education and training specialist at the University of Tennessee. She studies ticks and the diseases they carry.
It is still what we consider an emerging condition, so we're still trying to learn everything that we need to know.
In fact, alpha-gal syndrome is considered a disease of concern in the state of Tennessee because anyone spending a lot of time outdoors could be at risk. Here is a look at a study from the CDC showing the suspected alpha-gal cases per million population per year from 2017 to 2022. And as you can see, Tennessee is a hotspot for the disease. But this data is limited. So this past summer, Tennessee passed a law requiring doctors to report all diagnoses of alpha-gal to the state.
Having some numbers will help us understand just how many people are potentially impacted, and then also help us get potentially some additional funding around helping people get educated.
The Lone Star tick is the primary carrier of alpha-gal, and at just 3 to 6 millimeters long, it can be hard to spot, even with the white dot on its back.
I just thought maybe they were chiggers or something. I didn't even really understand that they were ticks yet.
It's not just red meat. Alpha-gal can be found in dairy products, gelatin, and some medications, which keeps Weaver vigilant everywhere he goes.
A lot of Southern cooking with like green beans, people put bacon in it, and I have to like check even the vegetables that I eat because it's like, oh, you have a baked potato, but did you put bacon bits in it? Is there this? Is there that?
But this bite has affected more than just Weaver's diet. It made him put down his rifle and rethink his hunting hobby.
I don't feel right taking the life of something that then I can't eat, even though I know it's going to a good place and it's not being wasted. It's just mentally a little different.
Tucker says some studies show it is possible to outgrow this allergy over time if you can avoid allergic reactions as well as another tick bite.
So being very mindful of those two things as you're dealing with alpha-gal syndrome led to those individuals saying, reaching some point where they could potentially eat red meat again. So there is some hope.
Hope Weaver holds on to. In the meantime, enjoying the few delicacies he safely can.
One thing I can eat for the Florida games, I can still eat gator because that's reptile, so that's good.
There's no one test that confirms you have alpha-gal syndrome, which means if you're feeling these symptoms, it's important to let your doctor know you may have been bitten by a tick recently. Tucker tells me the best way to protect yourself is to prevent a tick bite in the first place. Wear light-colored clothing, long sleeves and long pants, use EPA-approved repellents, and check for ticks every time you come inside from a wooded area. In the WVLT newsroom, I'm Whitney Turner.